Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. So today we're going to be continuing with our 100% walkthrough Bloodborne. So obviously, in case you guys didn't know, we finished the main game not that long ago, and now we are moving on to the 100% of the Chalice dungeons. There's going to be episode 2, which is the Pthumerian Thentra, I believe it is. But anyway, this one gets slightly more complicated than the last one, but anyway, not too much. First room, we go up the stairs, get this, plain sight. Behind this item there's going to be a door, go through the passageway. There's going to be a massive room here with loads of items scattered around, nothing too important, but you know, pick them up. I believe at most there's probably going to be some tomb modes, but maybe not even that, just a few blood vials and that. Then we're going to head out the only other door we can go through, which is another long passageway. We can go left or stay straight. So first we're going to stay straight and go to the end, because this is exactly where the lever is going to be. Like I said last video, even though there's no items in the room, I'm going to show you where all the levers are as well, just in case anybody's wondering or can't find it. But anyway, now we headed back into that passageway, and this time we did turn right or left, depends how you look at it. Open that chest and get those blood rituals. That's very important if it's your first time doing the Chalice dungeons. That way you can do the next Chalice dungeon straight away without coming back to farm. I'm going to mention that in every video because it's like really important. But anyway, now we can head back to the start and go ahead and fight the boss, and we are going to move on to layer 2 next. So yeah, so once we're in layer 2, there's going to be a side door to the left before the first lantern, so obviously we're going to go down there first. You're going to come to this big round room with a few scorpions in it, which is probably a new type of enemy if it's your first time through. But anyway, once you've killed them, we're going to head to the left behind this cart or whatever it is over here. There's going to be a bit of a cave, so come through here. There's nothing in this massive room here except people are going to be firing some firebombs down and trying to blow up some pots, so be careful of that. Go through this tunnel and climb up the only hand ladder there is available. There's no getting lost. Right, so in this next room there's going to be a few items. I think it's 2 items and a chest, so make sure you pick that up. There's going to probably be some blood rituals in there, I believe. Most of these side doors, obviously, as you know, they're not necessary, but they have got some really useful items in, especially for the Chalice dungeon. So anyway, head up these stairs. There's going to be a lever on the wall there. That's how we activate the massive drawbridge down there. This chest right here, this is very important. There's going to have the hint of Tomb Chalice in it. It's a brand new chalice. It's obviously not there for me because I already had it, but make sure you don't miss that. That's the whole next chalice after Pthumerian, so yeah, so get that. Anyway, now we're going to jump down where we press the lever for the drawbridge, go across the drawbridge, continue straight. There's no getting lost here. In this big room, there's technically going to be above where we killed the scorpions, so yeah, just hop down and head back to the main path of layer 2. So we're going to come back out exactly where we left it before the lantern. So yeah, so head over here to the lantern, and we're going to continue through the main part of layer 2. So yeah, so now arriving in the main first room here in layer 2, we can either go left, continue forwards, or go right to the boss. Obviously the boss is still going to be out of bounds because all we've done in layer 2 is the side area, and the lever is never in the side area. So what we're going to do is come forwards into this room with a ladder in it, since to the left we're going to end up jumping down if we do this path correctly. So before heading into that door over there, we're going to come across the bridge and go through this long alleyway just here. And we're going to end up into a room with loads of items in it and nothing else. So if you're not interested in that, I do recommend picking them all up. They do come in useful every now and then. I think some cold blood and some fire paper and all that shit. But anyway, now we're going to head back to the room with the bridge in it, come back across and head into the only door we can head in. This room with the columns in it, if we go to the left, we jump down to where I just mentioned. But anyway, first we're going to come to the right, obviously, and come down here, and there's exactly where the lever is going to be. So we've done that. Obviously, we can either head all the way back and do the same route as we got here, which isn't that long. But in this room here with the columns, we can just head straight forwards and hop down here. And now we're going to be right at the start of the level. So now we just access the boss and move on to layer 3. Right, so once we're down here in layer 3, a lot like layer 2, there's going to be a side door before the first lantern, but this time it's to the right, so go through here. Watch out for this trap here. It will fire an arrow if you press the switch on the ground from behind you, and it will do quite a bit of damage, especially if you're on low levels. Anyway, in this big room over here, there's going to be a chest to the left with some blood rituals in it, so make sure you go and pick that up. If you miss that, we will be jumping down from behind it later on, so don't worry about that. In this long passageway, before heading straight into the passageway, look to your left and wait until one of these boulders come down, and then follow it down the passageway and then move into the left. This ain't like Sense Fortress where you can jump down the boulder hole or it will cover the hole off or anything, so yeah, don't bother doing that. Anyway, this room here, this room is called a treasure room, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, a treasure chamber. in Chalice Dungeon, and they've got really interesting items in it. A lot of blood rituals for higher levels, and a lot of other Chalice Dungeon items like Sage's hands and shit like that, whatever. But anyway, now heading back to the alleyway with the boulders. This time I'm going to wait until one comes past and then quickly run to the door behind where they fall down. In this room over here, we could either go up the ladder, but we're not going to do that quite yet. First, we're going to head into this room, which is kind of like an oldish room, but it's kind of like a mini treasure chamber as well. It's got 3 little chests in it, and that's pretty much it. But anyway, now heading back to the ladder room, head up the hand ladder now, because it's the only path we've got left. In this room, head across the bridge before going into the door. The side you climb up and head into this door over here to the left. Go through this long passageway the only way you can come. There's no getting lost. There's going to be a few items in that room, and now we're going to head all the way back to the room where we climbed up with the bridges in. So now we're going to head back across the bridge and head into the door to the left. Right, so we're going to come to a room, quite a big room with loads of columns in it, or a few items in it. First, we're going to stick to the right and come to this door over here. Down these stairs is going to be a chest, I think, with quite high level 2 modes in it. I'm not quite sure, maybe level 2 or 3, I can't remember anyway. Make sure you go pick that up for the later on Chalice Dungeons. Anyway, back into this room with loads of the pillars. We're going to come over here. That door over there to the right, we're not going to be able to open this side. We actually open that from the main part of layer 3. It kind of joins up the side area to the main layer. But anyway, now we're going to jump down, like I said before, behind that chest with the blood rituals right at the start of the side door. And that's pretty much it for the side door. Now we're just going to head out. Watch that trap again. It nearly got me that time. But anyway, so once we're back at the lantern at the start of the main part of layer 3, we're going to come to this massive great room. I'm going to call this the main room for layer 3. But anyway, sticking to the right behind these carriages, there's going to be a passageway through here with a hand ladder at the end. All there is in this room is a chest, and also there's going to be this door, like I just mentioned. It's the door what takes you, it's the one that joins it to the side area, so there's no point of going through there anymore. Now we're just going to head back down the ladder and head to the main room, the big room in layer 3. Anyway, now on the opposite side, continue through the big room on the opposite side. In this room, there's going to be a small chest over here in the corner with a few blood rituals in it, I believe, so make sure you go and pick that up. Also, I think there's some Molotovs over here on that corpse. If you missed that, we will be jumping back down there in a second. But anyway, now we're going to head back to the main room, the big one in layer 3. Stick to the left and climb up this ladder on the right side. This is going to be the main path to activate the lever, so obviously if nobody's interested in anything else and just looking for the lever, it's through here. It's not that far through here. So if we go through this passageway, we're going to end up in this big room over here. There's actually no items in here, so just continue until we find the door to the left, and we're going to head through there. So in this big room with all the columns, we can either go to the left and jump down, or we can go to the right over here and activate the lever. So yeah, so just look to the left. There's going to be some stairs, or hop down, whatever you prefer. And this is where the lever's going to be to open the boss door. And there's a few quicksilver bullets over there. But anyway, that's it for this Chalice Dungeon, guys. This is Pthumerian Central. So yeah, you can tell that they're getting slightly more complex, and there's still only layer 2. So next we'll be doing the next Pthumerian, which I believe is the lower Pthumerian. But anyway, guys, if this was helpful, please go like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
They will never know what they miss. Anything could happen.